Have you ever engaged in a serious debate over which is better, Harry Potter or Lord of the Rings? Have you ever played Smash or Pass using only characters from Star Wars and Marvel movies? If you answered yes to any of these questions, we have the podcast for you. Listen to The Steam Gentlemen, the podcast where an expert panel convenes to ask the questions about pop culture and social commentary that other podcasts are afraid to ask. Listen to The Steam Gentlemen on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen to podcasts. Ladies and gentlemen, Wrestling Fans International Association is back. That's right, the premier fan club association of the 1970s and 1980s has been revived and is back in business. Join today. It's free at thewfia.org. That's thewfia.org. You can also join us on Facebook at facebook.com/groups/WFIA 1969. Here we are again, back in action, everybody, and we're doing another bonus episode here for All Japan Pro Wrestling. We have completed our first month. We took the last week of August off to rest up before the next tour, which is going to be the Super Deluxe Series Tour. And here we are in September. We had some incoming mail here. We got the regional battles going. We have one Kansai, and we have one Kanto. Big stuff. Good stuff. So there we go with that. Now, let's take a look and see how much money we made. We came out $261,000 up for the month. So that's good stuff. $120,000 in ticket sales. You see the broadcast revenue here? That's the big money for us, and that's coming off of AGPW TV. So we did real well on merchandise. Also, sponsors. Good stuff across the board. Anytime you're trying to save a failing company and you come out ahead, it's a good sign. So we, of course, are going to enter the Super Deluxe Series, and the tour kicks off tomorrow night, Tuesday night, in the tour. All Japan and a lot of Japanese promotions were known for their tours and taking a week or two off between tours. A lot of people credited that to the fact of how so many Japanese wrestlers competed so late into life, such as into their 50s and 60s even. It was the fact that they were not overly used and actually had time to heal from injuries and that kind of stuff. It's arguable, but that's a belief of it. So what do we have coming up here for the Super Deluxe Series? Like I said before in the last episode, we have laid this whole series, the whole tour schedule out. Now, before we go into the actual tour itself, we hit every region in Japan when we do these tours. So we kick off in Kanto, of course, old tradition, and then we jump back up to Tohoku, and then build our way all the way down. I think I have us ending up in Kanto again at the end, that I do. Yes. That is old school All Japan. That's how they used to always do it. They'd start off in Tokyo and end in Tokyo. So that's what we have going on here. Let's go on to the game world here. Oh, women's title changes here in Impact. Fair enough. All right, let's take a look at our tour here, everybody. We don't have too many solidified main eventers. So what we do have, we spread out here. And you can see that Ayagi and Miyahara are doing the work every night of this tour. Of course, they're separated at times. One's wrestling, the other isn't. So they're at least getting rest over the tour and not getting burned out. I really dig these Japanese tour schedules. I think it makes a lot of sense, and especially in TEW, where wrestlers need an exorbitant amount of rest, it makes perfect sense. So, our main theme, our main event feud of this tour is going to be Keno and Manabu Soya against Yuma Aoyagi and Kento Miyahara. Yuma Aoyagi, of course, is currently the Triple Crown heavyweight champion, and he and Miyahara also hold the World Tag Team title. I don't like that that's the way it is in real life, but it is the way it is. And we're probably going to have that change. I don't know if we're going to put the tag title back on Keno and Soya or not, but I am heavily considering doing it just to break apart the Ayagi and Miyahara title reign, because why does your Triple Crown champion, who's already carrying 3 titles, why does he need to carry a 4th title? And let's get that corrected right here, because a lot of people nowadays don't understand that ever since All Japan went to the silly 1 belt representing all 3 titles. The Triple Crown title is really the PWF World Heavyweight title, the NWA International Heavyweight title, and the NWA United National Heavyweight title. It's actually 3 titles. And before, what year was it? 88, I think, was when Baba merged the titles. I believe it was 1988. He seceded from the NWA, merged the titles, and 89. So I was pretty darn close. 89. He merged the titles and created the Triple Crown Heavyweight title. I can't stand the fact that they made it just 1 belt now. It defeats the whole purpose of it. And that's probably what led to them to have the TV title and also have the 6-man. I just have too many titles. A small promotion like this, All Japan does not need that. You know, this is All Japan, even though they bend it a lot nowadays, it's still a junior heavyweight division and a heavyweight division. When I do these saves as All Japan, I do not bend. The junior heavyweights wrestle junior heavyweights, the heavyweights wrestle the heavyweights, and that's just the way it is. So we'll also be bringing back. We don't have to bring it back; it's here. Yeah, there was a couple years where, probably because of COVID reasons, All Japan did not do the Junior Battle of Glory and the Junior Tag Battle of Glory. Yeah, see, they missed it in 2022, and they haven't run it since 2021 here. So that's the change. So we're gonna fix that. We're gonna fix it. We're gonna bring it back. Junior heavyweights need to be showcased, no doubt about it. So back to our tour, we also have the newcomers Hashimoto and Kamatani. They're gonna have a feud here with Ishikawa and Suwama. It's also gonna turn into a 3-way feud. Kuma Arashi is doing some tag work with his old partner Koji Doi, but his real partner for us in this is Shotaro Ashino. Ashino is out injured. Doi, I really have partnering up with Ryuki Honda. So Arashi's kind of a man out of place right now, so I'm partnering him up with Hashimoto and Kamatani in some 6-man action against Ishikawa and Kono. Now, I take the first 3 bouts of every card, everybody, to get people over. That's why you got the shorter time periods, right? And we have, I don't want to call them enhancement talent, but I will call them young lions. The young lions are here to do the favor, right? So we have junior heavyweight young lions. We have heavyweight young lions. They're not going to win. They are going to do the favor for wrestlers that need to get over. We just signed the Von Erichs. They're competing every other day on the tour, and they're going to get wins. That's going to build them up. Next tour, we'll throw them into a program with somebody on the tour. Ultimo Dragon. I know the man's old, but he moves merchandise, and he's still decent in the ring. I brought Ultimo Dragon back, and he's going to be going over. And we're also going to see him in some 6-man tag action with Ishida and Tajiri. That's right. We also brought in Yoshihiro Tajiri. I can remember seeing Tajiri in 1999 on an ECW show, house show that came into suburban Chicago. It was fantastic. Looking back on it, I always cringe when I think of ECW because I think of people that could that had serious damage to their bodies from that style. Recently, I just finished reading Todd Gordon's book called Todd is God. Excellent. If you're an ECW fan, make sure that you check out that book. It's a good read. There was about 20 or 30 pages where I thought it really got off track, but then it got back on track and finished the story, and I enjoyed it overall. So those of you that are around my age, early mid 40s, maybe even 50s, that remember the heyday of ECW, it is a good book to read to bring you back and explain how a lot of things happened, and of course, then how they fell apart. So back to the Super Deluxe series. We're also going to give our junior heavyweights some wins here. We also have some other feud matches going on here at Doi and Honda, Kid and Thatcher. See how we break them up. You also have Next Stream, which is Atsuki Ayagi and Rising Hayato, and they have a feud going here with El Lindemann and his partner, the one and only T-Hawk, right, who we just signed to a exclusive written deal. And good stuff, everybody. I think I mentioned that Inu and Amori are going to be challenging for the All Asian Tag Team title. Then they split up into singles matches here. So we have a rock solid tour scheduled here, and it should be excellent. Total Eclipse is also in there against Doi and Hayashi, two older wrestlers. 42, I think Doi is, and Kaz Hayashi is in his 50s. I was always a big fan of Kaz Hayashi back when he was featured in WCW all those years ago, 20-some years ago now. I'm showing my age, everybody. But I always enjoyed him, and he's still a talent today. And speaking of still talents today, I just watched a match not too long ago of Yuji Nagata and Kento Miyahara going 30 minutes for the Triple Crown heavyweight title. And it was from earlier this year. It was fantastic. Now, I know Miyahara is that good, but Yuji Nagata is in his 50s and can still go. That match was terrific. Check it out, everybody, if you get the chance. So that's what we're looking at for the tour coming up. And that's how I've built the save. Quite a few of you have dropped me messages asking questions about the save, telling me that you dig how we're doing this. And that's it, everybody. That's the rundown. I'm trying to keep it like a real Japanese promotion and how to run these proper touring schedules. And this is it. I also want to point out that we did host the Royal Road Tournament already, which I don't quite see why All Japan, as small as it is now, needs two singles tournaments, but they have them. So we ran it, and Kento Miyahara won that one. So that means that at some point we're going to see the tag team champions split and go against each other for that Triple Crown heavyweight title. All right, that's going to do it for us, everybody, for this one. For those of you that are new to the channel, please make sure you hit that subscribe button and make sure that you drop a message below. Let us know what you think of the channel so far. For those of you that are looking for more, we can give you more over on patreon.com/PowerCast Network. For just $5, the price of a cup of coffee, you can get access to all of our shows early and YouTube ad-free. You will also get access to version 10.1 of the 1987 Supermod, all of our spreadsheets, and so much more. Check it out today, everybody. Patreon.com/PowerCast Network. Last but not least, check us out on social media. Facebook.com/group/1987 Supermod. They have a nice little group over there. We talk about TEW and all sorts of good stuff. Check it out today, everybody. Last but not least, make sure to join Wrestling Fans International Association. It's free. Check it out today, thewfia.org. That's THEWFIA.org. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you next time.